Before starting this installment, I should mention that in the middle of recording the installment, the battery to my camera died. So there's probably some lack of continuity in the production. I switched over from the camera to just using the microphone. I'm sorry if this seems bothersome.
Alleluia, alleluia. Everybody sing alleluia, for the Lord has risen, it is true. Everybody sing alleluia. 30 years he walked the land. Alleluia, alleluia. To all in need he lent his hand. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Everybody sing.
Welcome to this playlist, which is devoted to an analysis and better understanding of the Second Vatican Council. So far, we've done 17 videos in this playlist, and we've been going through history and looking at things that either led to or had an effect on the Second Vatican Council. But before proceeding, I'd like to summarize 17 takeaways that we've already made in the prior videos.
As we go through these takeaways, we're going to cite the videos where the cases were made for them. If you disagree, please feel free to go to those installments and leave a comment.
And the first one is, there is truth. And second, truth is unchanging. Third, truth is established for us by natural law and divine law. And God gave us the Catholic Church, and He gave the Church the ability and duty to interpret divine law. In this duty, she has been protected by the Holy Spirit. The Church defines and safeguards truth through her dogmas. And since dogma is based on both divine and natural law, it cannot change. Dogma is set forth for us in papal encyclicals, or when a pope acts in concert with an ecumenical council. An ecumenical council is very serious business. A council should not be called for purposes less than discussing and regulating matters of church doctrine or discipline. We are obliged to believe in the Church's dogma. If anyone in the Church attempts to change dogma, the change is illicit, and the defined dogma would need to be changed back to as it had been earlier. Bishops and much of the Church can fall into error. Sometimes heretics control the churches. This is evidenced by our video on Arianism, where we quoted St. Jerome, who said, "The whole world groaned and was amazed to find itself Arian." An ecumenical council can err, as evidenced by both the Robber Council and the Council of Basel.
Number 14. A pope can be a heretic and continue to be a valid pope, as evidenced by Pope Honorius I. Please refer to our 2 videos on Pope Honorius. Following a heretical pope in matters related to the pope's heresy can place the follower's soul in peril. Please refer to the 2nd video on Pope Honorius I. 16. If a pope determines that an ecumenical council attempted to change dogma, he has the option to either negate the entire council, or he can negate the specific heretical articles, canons, or documents. Finally, until the 20th century, the Church did not use purposely ambiguous language. That type of language is used by dissidents and modernists to distort and manipulate dogma in the Church's teachings. Please refer to our video on modernism. Have there been any attempts to change dogma? I submit to you that there have been several attempts. Attempts were made by the Second Vatican Council itself and then by the Church in the wake of the Council. So we'll be discussing all of these in the upcoming installments. Since all these changes were made in short order, we're not going to address them in chronological order. In the next installment, we'll talk about what seems to be the most serious attempted change, the change of the liturgy, the holy sacrifice of the Mass. Now there's a great deal to discuss just on this one topic, and I don't want any single video to run too long, so this discussion will probably take up to about 7, perhaps even 8 installments. We'll be back in a week or 2 with the next installment. In the meantime, please pray for the Church.
Well, you get right, church, and let's get right, church, and let's go home. Oh, well, you get right, church.